This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella at the Manchester Arena here for Frampton Quigg. With me I've got Joe Gallagher. Joe, you must be absolutely devastated.
Yeah, mate, fucking devils, but what you can do, like you say, Carl, lost a good fight, and tell you what, he came out and had a good last round, and fair play to the kid. Listen, don't win world titles, it's not that we've lost to a bum tonight, do you know what I mean? That's the thing, there was 2 world champions put on the line, and like I say, split decision. It's funny that the IBF judge give it Quigg and the WBA judge give it Carl. Quite ironic that, wasn't it? But yeah, listen, can do it all again, can't they?
How did you assess the first 6 rounds?
I had it level after 4 KUGAN, to be honest. First 4 rounds at level. Scott came back and turned around and said, "Oh, Joe's fucking gone here." I went, right, all right. I was like, don't take no risk, any chances early next round. Between 5-6. Because I thought the first 4 rounds, I've seen all top class fights, KUGAN. There's not much in them, it's all nip and tuck affair, isn't there? And if you watch it, you think Carl won 1, or Scott won 2, or Carl 3, Scott 4, but you could watch it another time and see everything. There wasn't that much in them, and Carl was touching Scott, but hitting gloves, and Scott was carrying thin, and there was nothing between it. So I thought, well, after the 4 rounds, it's like 2 apiece here. And then obviously I thought Carl then, obviously 5, 6, 7. And then someone said, Sky, I've got like 6-1. Fucking hell, where's that gone? Like, do you know what I mean? So said to Scott then, listen, we'll have to start getting on the front foot, but we don't want to be too reckless because we'll walk onto shots. But fair play to Carl, he stood, and I say Scott was catching him some great body shots. Carl was coming back with some of his own, and I think Scott landed a peach of a left hook in 10 and a cracking of a right hand in 11. And I thought, wow, at the end of the 11th, I think Carl looked distressed going back to the corner. And fair play to him, he came back and had a good 12th round, so all credit to him. And like I say, it was a fight, in my opinion. Anyway, I thought going into the last round, get this round, we've won it here, but we didn't. So Carl had it, and I think that reflected on the 115, 113 scores more than the 116, 112.
What were your instructions to Scott, sort of 10, 11 and 12?
I thought to myself, I thought Scott, I seen Carl was coming off his feet a little bit more, and I thought Scott was showing a little bit too much respect still, and it was to go out there, be himself, relax and let it flow. Don't be overthinking of the shots, let them go. And he came out and he did that. He was starting to hit to the body, the head, and go about things, but at the same time we didn't want to get caught by Carl's cute counters that he's good at throwing.
Good 11th round, he caught Carl in that round. What did you assess? How did you assess that?
Yeah, like I say, I thought Scott was being like a steam train. He was coming on strong down the end, killing Carl with the body shots. Carl was really showing out on them, and Carl was coming back of his own. But I thought with the right hand, and I said to him just previously, go back to the corner. I thought we've got that. I think Scott came out a little bit too reckless at the beginning of the 12th, and Carl, listen, that amateur pedigree and being installed in him with his good feet, I think carried him home in the 12th round.
It was always talked about that people thought that a defeat for Scott Quigg will affect him worse than it would do Carl Frampton. Now he has lost. How do you think it'll affect him moving forward?
Well, listen, it's only an hour since the fight. Listen, like any fighters, no one likes losing. Everyone has the tears. Everyone sheds the tears. They're upset. Everyone feels it. And you see in the change room tonight, we win together, we lose together, and all the lads are gutted for him. He's a very popular kid in the gym. And the thing is, like he said there, go and get his jaw looked at now, get ready and come back. There's opportunities for him with Shingo Wake, a rematch with Carl, a fight with Rigondo, and Anita Denaire, so there's no shame. And like I said to you before this fight, there's no losers in this fight. Both kids willing to put it on the line, the rivalry, and it was, I think the fight will be talked about more for the last 4 or 5 rounds of the fight than the first 6 rounds of the fight. But there you go, it's everyone's like, that's too cute to say what Carl says, like arseholes opinions, but and everyone's got one, haven't they? So that's what's scoring subjective. But listen, fair play to Carl Frampton.
It's been quite an intense build-up, a lot of bickering back and forth between the 2 camps, yourself and Shane McGuigan. Was there a mutual respect after the fight between the 2 of you?
Listen, I've said all along, there's respect there all along. Do you understand? He's a trainer. Anyone that puts time and effort in, try to develop other people and better other people's lives. Of course, I respect that takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication and a lot of discipline. So I respect all trainers in boxing, or everyone, because I know the hours that put into it. The only things when we were calling about respect and disrespecting was some of the trash talking and the snide talk, but as a coach, yeah.
So obviously he's got a broken jaw now. He won't be able to train for a little while. He said if he hadn't, he'd be back in the gym Monday. But
yeah, I also feel as well. Scotland had the one fight last year. I think Carl fought twice last year. Having a little bit of time out. Sometimes we wasn't quick to let the shots go a little bit. But listen, no excuses. We'll assess, and it's been a long camp. And like I say, what a fantastic event and atmosphere. And like I say, I'm sure when the dust settles and time to dry, Scott will look back and watch his fight and assess things and come back better than it was tonight.
All right, Joe. Listen, thanks for giving us a little bit of time.
Yeah, no problem.
And like I said, it wasn't to be.
Listen, you can't win them all. But listen, on the other note, listen, it's a bit of a bit of sweet taste. Do you know what I mean? Marcus Morgan, fantastic. Jose Burton, so tough for the kids. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, mixed emotions. I was crying with both when we won. I'm crying with Scott now we lose. So listen, it's not like a right big cry baby. That's just how you are. You're passionate. You win it with the kids, and we win together and we lose together. And what a fantastic story for Jose Burton. Listen, we lost the world champion title, but we gained the British title. So and I'm sure Scott Quigg will be is good enough and big enough to be able to come back and become a world champion again, and I truly believe that he will do.
All right, Joe, thanks for talking to us, and listen, I'm sure we'll catch up with you in the coming weeks.
Yeah, no problem. 5 weeks Liverpool, Callum Smith, so on to the next one.
On to the next one. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.